Superintendent, Mrs. Leanne Kelly, School Board Member, Mrs. Audrey Childers, Public Communications Officer, Mr. Chuck Miller, Executive Director of Human Resources, and Mr. Mark David, FDTC Vice President. And especially, good morning, class of 2022! We have come a long way to get to this point, and we should be proud of ourselves. Whether it was crying to our parents about math, I'm looking at you, Mom, or our little siblings photobombing our Zoom calls, our class has been put to the test and aced it. I would like to thank everyone for coming out to help us celebrate this momentous occasion. Each one of you have helped our graduating class get to this point in our lives. We could have not gotten this far without your help. We have all had our ups and downs, but with your inspiration and guidance, everything has fallen into place. I know you are just as excited to watch us take these next steps into our future. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations, we finally did it. After sleepless nights filled with homework, several rounds of a global pandemic, and for some, part-time jobs, all of our hard work has led us to this moment. Some of us will head off to college, while some stay here and work. I, for one, am very excited to see where our lives take us. This is just the beginning of our story, as from here, we make our own destinies and start new chapters of our lives. As we leave to rejoice in this moment, remember the strength and courage it took to get here. We have been pushed to our limits and are still able to stand here with our heads held high. As my grandfather always said, think of the worst day of your life. If you can make it through that, then you can make it through anything. Again, congratulations, class of 2022. Now we will have Madison Lucille Gainey lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance in moment of silence.
Good morning. Please stand for the presentation of colors and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This school year, we have lost one member of our class of 2022, Jamal McElveen, and one faculty member, Mr. Jeffrey Collins. Please pause for a moment of silence in memoriam of those unable to join us and to give thanks for our being in this present moment. Please be seated. Next, we will hear from our class salutatorian, Lauren Francis Lucas.
Class of 2022. Over the past 4 years, we have watched what it means to be a high school student change. Each of these 4 years has given us a different experience. Freshman year was a typical year full of excitement with pep rallies, athletic events, field trips, and lunch with friends. Sophomore year sent us home for the last quarter where we struggled to complete assignments and worried about staying on track. Junior year brought us back together somewhat with hybrid days, face masks, and social distancing. Hybrid days were the worst, waking up in a panic because you couldn't remember if it was A day or B day. In spite of the changes, we persevered, stuck together, and grew as a class. Our teachers taught us new ways of doing school, and before we knew it, we were beginning our senior year. Over this year, we have slowly started to get back to normal. We have seen the return of pep rallies, school assemblies, and lunch with friends. We ditched the mask, and finally, just when everybody got them all figured out, the one-way halls and stairways disappeared. We have successfully navigated all these changes because we are a Falcon. Once a Falcon, always a Falcon. We have heard this many times, but what does it really mean to be a Falcon? A falcon is a bird of prey that is symbolic of ambition and vision. A falcon will soar and search for the highest tree to build a nest. They will wait and search for the perfect prey because only the best will do. The falcon's prey is essentially its purpose, and its superior eyesight allows for it to stay focused on and ultimately capture a specific target. These characteristics of a falcon have driven us to succeed. Each of us has had a purpose these last 4 years, and the fact that we are sitting here today proves that we have what it takes to reach our goals. We would not be lined up next to each other today if we had not been able to keep our eye on the target of graduation. No distraction was too much and no temptation was too big to cloud our vision. We have proven that we are worthy to be called Falcons. Now what? We have all had the same purpose and we have all been focused on the same goal of graduation. After today, our paths will separate and our goals will change. We will each have to find our own purpose. The co-founder of Apple, Steve Jobs, said, "If you are working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you." So I challenge you to choose something that excites you, something you care about, and make that your purpose. I challenge you to set your sights high and let your vision pull you to soar to new heights. Let's show the world what it means to be a Falcon. Let us enjoy our alma mater under the direction of Mr. Brandon Johnson, Director of the Bands.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michaela Buck, and today I would like to recognize this year's recipient of the Darlington High School Purple Robe. Upon entering DHS 4 years ago, each member of the class of 2022 signed a purple graduation gown as a symbol of our determination to make it to graduation. Looking at the familiar faces that surround us today, I think it's safe to say that our efforts have been rewarded, though the road to success was not paved by us alone. Each and every one of us is a patchwork quilt of those who have loved us, believed in us, and pushed us towards the finish line. Whether our biggest pillars of motivation be family, faculty, or friends, I think I speak for all of us when I say thank you. We wouldn't be here today without your unconditional love and support.
As American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift once said, "Never be so kind you forget to be clever, never be so clever you forget to be kind." The teacher selected by this year's senior class to receive the purple robe is the true embodiment of both of these characteristics. Born and raised in Darlington, this teacher has been working at DHS for almost 30 years and through each and every one has served as a beaming figure of guidance and knowledge. I am honored to announce this year's purple robe recipient as the one and only Mrs. Donna Jo Brown. Those of us who have been fortunate enough to take a science course with Miss Brown know that her goal while teaching isn't just to help us pass our class, but to encourage our success beyond graduation throughout the rest of our lives. Miss Brown takes her time to get to know each and every one of her students, and she always makes it known that she wants what is best for all of us. She's not only an incredible teacher, but a wonderful person overall. Though she may be small in stature, the size of her heart and mind are beyond measure. Thank you, Ms. Brown, for recognizing our true potential even when it wasn't visible to us. We're forever grateful for everything that you do. It is also, go ahead. It is also my pleasure to recognize our chosen greeters and shakers for this year. These teachers were selected by the senior class and will participate in our ceremony this afternoon by congratulating us as we receive our diplomas. Greeters and shakers, please stand as your name is called. Mr. Naveen Dosapati, Miss Erin Farrell, Mr. Jason Oakes, Mrs. Kendra Coach K. Williamson, Mrs. Donna Jo Brown, Mr. Matthew Williams, Mr. Brandon Johnson, and Mrs. Jennifer Cooper, and Mrs. Janine Dolce. And in memoriam, our beloved Mr. Jeffrey Collins. Thank you. Now, let us greet the valedictorian of the class of 2022, Mr. Tytrez Robert Dixon.
Good morning, everyone. This is the first time, I haven't been asked to come up here in a while, talk in front of an audience like this in a while. So if I look and or sound like a nervous wreck, please forgive me. The weather did not want to cooperate with us this morning, did it? I knew it was going to rain, but when that lightning started flashing and heavy rain started pouring, I was like, okay, this is what we're going to deal with today. Before I begin, I would like to thank everyone in attendance today on behalf of the class of 2022, to the community members who have shown us never-ending love and support, to the faculty who gave us a quality education and helped make this moment possible, and to the parents who have given us a solid foundation and helped push us to get to this point. We thank you all. It is truly an honor to have a community like this as our backbone. It is also an honor to be named a valedictorian for the graduating class of 2022. However, I would like to take a different approach when it comes to this speech. These kinds of speeches are often used as an opportunity to review all the things the graduating class has been through together. They're also used to remind the graduating class that they are capable of achievement and that nothing can stand in their way. And while I do agree with and appreciate this message, there is another side to achievement that I don't think gets talked about very often. Striving for achievement is vital in succeeding in life and becoming the best person you can be. However, what happens when achieving a goal consumes you? What happens when you put all of your energy towards this goal and ignore everything else? In other words, what happens when you focus on the destination but ignore the journey? Ever since the beginning of elementary school, I was always heavily recognized for my academic achievements, especially the fact that I always used to make the honor roll. I was proud of these recognitions because they validated the time, effort, and hard work I put in. Because I wanted to continue to be recognized for the highest academic achievement possible, I always made it a priority to achieve the All-A honor roll for the entire academic year. However, there were plenty of times where I wasn't confident in myself. A lot of the time, I felt like there was something I could have done better. A lot of the time, I felt like I didn't put my best foot forward. A lot of the time, I felt like I didn't deserve the grade that I earned. Can you say imposter syndrome? It wasn't until I received a few awards at senior awards night that I realized I could do anything I put my mind to. I just had to focus on what I wanted to achieve, and that goal would come to pass. Sounds good, right? But there's a catch. Sure, I maintained all A's throughout the entirety of my high school career. Sure, I became Darlington High School's 2022 valedictorian, and believe me, I am proud of these accomplishments, but in doing so, I made a terrible mistake. I let this goal consume me. At first, it started as an innocent strive to greatness, but it slowly turned into an obsession. Getting all A's became the only thing that mattered to me. I stopped listening to my body even when I was clearly burned out. My mom will definitely testify when it comes to this. I stopped listening to my heart even when I yearned to do something else. I closed myself off to the world even when amazing opportunities were staring right in my face. For 4 consecutive years, I sacrificed just about everything for this one singular goal. But right now, in this moment, I feel happy not only because I have achieved my goal, but more so because I don't have to worry about putting everything toward it anymore. Now, why am I saying all of this? I want all of you who can hear the sound of my voice to think about a goal that you have, a goal that you have had for all of your life, a goal that is the end-all, be-all. Maybe it's becoming a nurse. Maybe it's starting your own business. Maybe it's becoming a player in a professional sports league. It's so easy for us to get wrapped up in achieving such a goal because it means so much to us, so much so that we lose sight of who we are and why we embarked on that goal in the first place. I want you all to know that you are so much more than what you strive to achieve. Within you, there is a light that cannot be dimmed. Within you, there is a flame that cannot be extinguished. Within you, there is a complex soul which was never meant to be chained by a singular objective. So I guess my message is this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with striving towards something great, but don't let your goals consume you. Don't let your goals take you away from your loved ones. Don't let your goals define who you are, and don't let your goals stop you from living. Love yourself enough to take the time to enjoy the journey. As for the destination, as long as you put your best foot forward, you'll get to where you need to be. Author Stephen Covey once said, "Most of us spend too much time on what is urgent and not enough time on what is important." I want all of you to know that your goals are urgent, but your journey is important. Once again, thank you to all who are in attendance today. Your love and support truly mean more than you know. And to the graduating class of 2022, I wish all of you the best of luck on your future endeavors. Thank you.
Tatrez. You did that. I got imposter syndrome too. And I'm nervous. And I need to go off script for a second, if you don't mind. Every year, the faculty and staff at Darlington High School nominates only one student to receive the Heart of the Falcon Award. This award is given to that one student who we feel most demonstrates Falcon pride, perseverance, respect, integrity, dependability, and excellence. It's one of our highest honors. This year, the faculty and staff had a really tough time determining exactly which one of you should receive the Heart of the Falcon. As I watched you all get hyped up in the cafeteria, I saw this person and their behavior and I said, we chose right. But I need to say this to the class of 2022 and let the town of Darlington know who they are. They started their 9th grade year having lost one of their classmates Nikesha Rouse. They came in with love, and they kept her mother involved, and they supported one another. And it was uncanny, the things I learned from this group of students. And then this year, although we had hoped for the best, we lost another classmate. Jamal McElbean. We stood by the graveside and we cried together, and we came back in this schoolhouse and we loved one another. And each and every one of you had different conversations, I'm sure, with each and every one of us. Some would drop by to remind me it's okay to cry. I cried. We moved on. And then we got hit again. We lost Mr. Jeffrey Collins. Many of my seniors finished their probability and statistics course after having lost their teacher, and not one came by my office to complain. And maybe Mr. Goodwin helped me out with that. But I had to add that in because I want everyone to know that this is a strong class, and every single one of them embodies the heart of the Falcon. You are all full of character. You are all winners, and that wasn't on the script. I stayed up late last night, like, what can I say? And I have something written, and I have what faculty members have written. But I want to say this young person is a quiet storm. You never really see them coming, but they're always there. Anytime you need help, they help, and then they're gone. Y'all are too young to know about the Lone Ranger, but that person will swoop in and swoop out, and it's done. And so Coach K tried to get y'all hyped this morning. It was a struggle. But this person was dedicated, always dependable, always respectful, always personable, always hardworking, well-rounded. This young person is always smiling and doing the right thing all the time. And when I call the name, you'll say, yep. This person is never negative towards any other student or any faculty or staff member, anyone. One specific example of this student's character came during the sophomore year, and someone was observing Mr. Manzano's geometry class, and it was a struggle. But I was in awe of this student who nervously volunteered to go to the board. The student was reserved and mature for such a young person. The class was giggling and snickering. Student still went. Student went up with confidence. Teaching, you all, is difficult. But courageous students make our work more enjoyable. This young person is courageous. You probably still don't know because it sounds like all of you, right? But in case you don't know, the heart of the Falcon recipient for the class of 2022, this is what one faculty member said. Anytime you see him, he's standing in front of a crowd, active, singing on the gospel choir, the jazz band, playing the symphonic band. He's a member of student government, and you'll be most memorable to remember this person carrying the quads. Congratulations to the class of 2022 Falcon of the Year, Heart of the Falcon recipient, Mr. Keyshawn and
Do you need to get them hyped one more time?
Congratulations, Keyshawn. All right, that's a lot of talking. We're almost there. I will turn the program over to our principal, Mrs. Courtney Gerke.
And I am going to be very brief because we have some folks who would really like to have their diplomas in their hands. Demonstrate Falcon pride, perseverance, respect, integrity, dependability, and excellence. This means treat each other the way you would like to be treated, focus on the positive, and strive to be better today than you were yesterday. I can say that without looking at the script because I've said that to you every morning this year. And I pray that you have been listening. These characteristics will serve you well as you venture from these halls as high school students and into the school of life. Life is about growing to be the best version of yourself, striving to be better today than you were yesterday. It's about improving, taking your talents, your strengths, your passions, and developing them into something you can be proud of. Not so you can brag, or so you can look good on social media, or so you can make more money than the person next to you. Life is not a competition to be better than anyone else. It's about being the best you possible. None of us are perfect. We are going to make mistakes. And this world is not perfect, and sometimes things just won't seem fair, and others will judge you without knowing half the story. But if you are focused, if you have faith, if you don't quit improving, you will find your place in this world where you are content, happy, and successful. The happiest people in life are not those with the most titles, or the biggest house, or the nicest car. It's the people who focus on the positive in life. And I pray you will choose to see all that you have and all the blessings around you, so even in the tough moments, you will find joy. Sitting at the band concert a couple of weeks ago, watching many of your faces turn so serious with concentration to make sure you played your part correctly, so as a whole you would make this beautiful sound, I was reminded that Mr. Johnson is not just teaching you music, he's teaching you life. When we strive for excellence as individuals, we learn our own special skill set. We've become part of something magical, something inspiring. Remember, when you are successful, to help others reach success as well. Help others find their right notes in life and celebrate others' excellence. Because when one succeeds, we all succeed. Your years in high school have not been easy. You've faced a pandemic that robbed you of time with friends, on the fields and on the courts, and put restrictions on seeing smiles and giving hugs. You've overcome changes to the entire system of education. And here you sit today in your cap and gowns. You're overcomers. You're success stories. And you deserve a standing ovation. But we also can't forget to thank those who have had your back through it all, those who have weathered the storms with you, those who celebrate with you, those who you look up to because they won't let you make the same mistake twice and push you to become more and love you through it all. Those sitting in these bleachers or in those chairs around you, remember them because your journey and your story wouldn't be the same without them. And they, graduates, deserve a standing ovation from you. You should be proud of yourselves for making it here, and you should not be satisfied. This diploma should not be the highlight of your success. It should just be a step along the way. Take this diploma you have earned and do something with it. 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, when you come together for your class reunions to reminisce, don't just be about reminiscing. Come together to talk about the positive impact you and your classmates are having on this town and this country and this world. Today's accomplishment should make you hungry for tomorrow's. Don't lose that hunger. Keep pushing, keep striving, and keep overcoming. It has been an honor to witness your high school years. Thank you. It's that time. Parents, relatives, friends, we are at the highlight of this occasion, the awarding of diplomas to the class of 2022. Thank you to our board members and district guests for joining us today. And students, as the honor marshals guide your rows, please stand and come forward to receive your diploma. To our guests, every graduate deserves to hear their name called. The family sitting right next to you is packed into this gym because of the rain. They deserve to hear their child's name called. Please show that respect by holding your applause and cheers until the end. Your child has had this conversation with us, and they know that they are loved, and they will not feel less loved or supported because you save your cheers. They know you're here with them, and you are proud. But each graduate has earned their right for a moment in the spotlight. So to get that out of the way now, yell for your graduate right now for a minute. Is a lot of love, a lot of love. All right, so we're good till the end. We will cheer. Our last name is Zimmerman. Just hold it till the end. Today, thank you, audience member, for us getting ready to respectfully recognize our graduates at this time. Today, we have 6 students who have earned not only their high school diplomas, but also their associate's degree from Florence Darlington Technical College through the Early College Honors Program. This is a huge accomplishment, especially given the obstacles of the past 2.5 years. And these students will be their first to receive their diplomas today. We also have one graduate who earned an Associate of Science and an Associate of Arts along with her diploma, which is the first time that has been done in Darlington High School history. Miss Deborah Wallace and Dr. Mark David, please come forward to award the associate degrees, and Miss Leonard will come to call names after that. Junior marshals, it's your show.
Joy Arne Gregg. Kelsey Michelle Bryant. Michaela Elise Buck. Nyasia Ramira Fry. Trinity Elaine Harrell. Marissa Lee Morris.
Tytrez Robert Dixon. Lauren Francis Lucas. Madison Lucille Gainey. Azaria Aja Yaida McKinnon. Kwame Ahmad Adams. Sarah Ann Allen. Austin Dwayne Anderson. Joseph Paul Andrews. Reagan Mackenzie Andrews. Timothy Ryan Antrim. Tyler Lionel Antrim. Zachary Maurice Atkinson. Javante Daniel Bass. Sarah Emily Brianne Beasley. Amaya Gabrielle Belton. Kiani Denaya Benjamin. Samaya Nikiria Benjamin. Jarrell Ante Bennett. Cooper Bryn Blackman. Jordan Diane Blackstock. Ariane Marie Buska. Altanaya Janisha Brown. Alasia Janae Brown. Trinity Zyree Bryant. Keon Jameer Bird. Mary Hunter Bird. Revis Peyton Bird. Christopher Shannon Cameron. Franklin Liam Campbell. Olivia Delaney Campbell. Zaire Jaleel Campbell. Brittany Ann Carnell. Jakaya Deshauna Carter. Shaquasia Caitlin Cato. Azaria Jaquasia Coleman. Gavin Latrell Commander. Zechariah Andre Commander. Evan Tyrell Cooper. Siberius Xavier Cooper. Bernicia Jalea Davis. Hassan Amir Davis. Terry Taekwon Dowell. Rosiah Janae DeBose. Ayanta Brandon Timothy Dyson. Treviance Antonio Brady. Dylan Connor Elliott. Savannah Dawn Evans. Ariane Tyreek Fields. Daniel Francis. Amari Caleb Frierson. Shania Lacey Frierson. Cadence Lee Gainey. Carson Riley Gainey. Joshua Kirkland Gandy. Mariah Ellen Gandy. Kayla Nicole Gaddison. Demetria Kiana Goins. Janaya Zakia Deasia Goodson. Ashton Laney Goodwin. William LeGrand Gowdy. Erica Carnisha Graham. Jada Olivia Graham. Kelante Devon Grant. DeAndre Omarion Green. Shauna Marie Green. Zakiria Ann Green. Brian Matthew Greg II. Timothy LaShawn Gurley. Jonathan Xavier Hall. Timothy Ryan Hankins, Jr. Million Dajane Neville Hanks. DeMarco Aaron Hanna. Trayvon Kidmek Harris. Jasmine Concelia Height. Kyrie Demare Hickman. Zalia Zakara Hickson. Logan Douglas Hoffman. Gavin Chandler Owl. Trenton Nigel Hudson. Tanasia Marshana Hudson. Tashiria Yade Hudson. Olivia Claire Huggins. Derek Antoine Jackson. Kayla Andrea Jackson. Darion Keyshawn Jackson. Princess Chanel Jeffrey. Takira Manesha Jeffrey. Angel Reese Johnson. Brian Scott Johnson. Darius Markel Johnson. Damon Romeo Jones. Kibion Tyquil Jones. Fanaya Ambrell Jordan. Justin Robbie Jordan. Rebecca Grace Jordan. Summer Patrice Joseph. Tanaya Beatrice Key. Connor Galloway Kelly. Ashlyn Grace Kirk. Riley Ingalls Lacey. Catherine Naomi Landa Garcia. Trevin Terrell Lane. Sanaya Janae Lee. Kwalik Yassine Lewis. Jaden Jamir Lester. Brittany Grace Lloyd. Janasia Yazari Nicole Lund. Amonte Tyrell Mack. Frederick Gerard Mack Jr. Zanaya Denise Madison. Justin James Matthews. Christian Matthew McGee. Tegan Terrell McKellar. Takirika Shaniqua McKenzie. Jakayla Alexa McNeil. Nylasia Lakirian Mickens. Luke Kenneth Miller. Brianna May Mills. Michael Cameron Mills. Treasure Michaela Mills. Alexander Chase Mincy. Rashid Hassan Moyer. Anthony Morales Velarde. Jamar Marion Mullins. Kenya Anastasia Mullins. Shamaya Riadejakaya Mullins. Craig Jamarcus Nixon. Trevion Lazion Jamari Ariane O'Brien Zimmerman. Thank you. Adriana Oliveira Lozano. Jaquasia D'Ariel Page. Carissa K. Hari. Mahi Divyesh Kumar Patel. Eric Michael Paulson. Damian Eric Pearson. Darius Charles Paguse. Todrick Clishan Pennison. Angela Shanora Shaquez Perkins. Michaela Joy Peterson. DeQuavion Malik Poole. Simeon Takai Purifoy. Brian Isaiah Quick. Skylar Jade Quick. Tyler James Quick. Megan Ray Riordan. Renasia Inez Rivers. Willie James Robinson III. Michaela J. Rogers. Rayana DeQuasia Scott. Samora Margriana Scott. Zanasia Sanaya Scott. Nalia Elena Sell. Tarajay Malia Alicia Sell. Deasia Renee Shaw. Seth Edward Sheffield. Kenneth LeVer Smith. Preston Ellis Smith. Timothy Charles Smith. Eli Landon Sowers. Jacob Edward Stone. Marshall Jacayla Stubbs. Madison Faye Sturgeon. Brianna Khalees Taylor. Grayson Lee Tedder. Sanat Tedder. Shamari Ariane Tedder. Aaliyah Chantal Thomas. Isaiah Daniel Thomas. Kendall Monet Thomas. Tanaya Malaysia Thomas. Maggie Grace Thompson. Joseph Trenton Tyner. Caitlin Marie Bella. Quedion Waiters. Shantasia Tatiana Monique Walker. Jaslyn Virginia Weatherford. Jeremiah Argera Wheeler. Benquavis Utrell Williams. Jalen Savion Williams. Keyshawn Antonio Williams. Kersha Charlia Cheyenne Williams. Richard Brian Williams Jr. Mary Elizabeth Wilson. Sullivan Kane Wilson. Brantley Haney Witherspoon. Isaiah Bayer Young. And Lavarian Tarion Zimmerman.
2022, please stand. By the powers vested in me by the state of South Carolina, and with the recommendation of the faculty and staff of DHS, I confer that these students have successfully met the requirements for graduation as outlined by the state of South Carolina. Class of 2022, turn those tassels. Introduce you to our alumni of the class of 2022. Once a Falcon, always a Falcon. At this time, I ask that our audience, parents, grandparents, siblings, extended family, and friends stand to be recognized by your class who you have supported. You have given them cheers. We want to recognize you as well. And I'm going to ask that you remain standing as we exit. Again, I'm going to ask that you remain standing and in place until all of our students and faculty and staff have exited. So if we can get our adults to block these stairs, we need these adults exiting to stay in place so that we can have our children, our graduates exit first. Thank you.